healthy winter. What's happening? Yep. Welcome to Eddie Goldsmith's weekly Emuna podcast in the wonderful Institute of Rav Shalom Arush in Chesed. This is in holy Jerusalem. That's right. We are in Jerusalem, a wonderful place to be. We're very excited to be here and to share some time with you guys. And we're just getting everything set up for the new time period. We are on our way to the tour with Rav Shalom Arush in another week on Sunday. But before we go there, I just want to discuss something really important, since this Emuna is our future, with real time. Real time being that not only do we have these wonderful live feeds, we also have the opportunity to really internalize and grow together with some deeper ideas of what did we experience during the spiritual time of Sukkot. A very, very special time. And I want everybody to not just internalize Sukkot, but also the whole Tishrei in a real way, so that we can take that with us for the whole year. That really is the point of today's class. And we need to make sure that the energy level is high. You know, it's the end of the day here in Jerusalem. Right now, in the rest of the world, people may be still being Yom Tov for the second day. There's some other stuff going down. So please God, we'll put out the real video on YouTube, professionally done and edited. So you'll only see all the wonderful things behind me, from green to some wonderful background. And that will just add some color to what we're doing. But what we're doing today is being real. After such an inspirational time, I just want to get this all good. That's right. Okay, good. So now what we're saying is that since we entered such a spiritual time and we were able to internalize such beautiful, wonderful secrets, let's bring it down into reality. Example being, one, I was out today with my wife, and on my way after, just busy with work and helping her, assisting her with something on the way. And it was unbelievable what happened, because a guy came on the bus and asked me kindly would I exchange some money towards his Rav card that he didn't have, which was basically in Israel terms means his bus pass. And I was like, no, no. I was sitting with my wife having a chat, and I just wasn't in the headspace to get involved with taking money, working out how much, and giving him the Rav card, and then blah, 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 which really, ideally, I should have done it. One of the things we worked on during Sukkot was Avraham Avinu's light of chesed, of kindness. And a Jew should always aim to be kind. A person should always aim to be kind, especially to the people around them. And I wasn't. And that's me being real and being straight. I try work on myself. And I knew deep down, my soul was saying, help the guy, be kind, smile even. I said, no, there's someone else who will help you, don't worry. I don't know why I said this. Anyway, he went to a young lady, and she helped him with his bus pass. And I got off the bus with my wife, and I pat down myself, like I'm going to be doing on the Emuna tour, make sure we've got passports, make sure we've got the schedule, and everything. It's going to be, that's logistics, that we're going to be where we need to be. Patting down myself, and suddenly I realized, no wallet in my pocket. I turn around and sprint towards the bus. I run onto the bus, I make it to the bus, the door's still open, and I bang on the door, rega, Israel style, and he opens the door, thank God, and I go in. And the bus drives off. I didn't even have time to explain to the driver I'm looking for my wallet, and I ran over to my seat, and there it is, slid down the side of the chair, my credit cards and my, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of shekels that I keep on me all day, obviously not, but whatever it was, whatever I need was there, and I was like, oh wow. If I would have given this guy my bus pass, I would have noticed that my wallet had fallen out on the side, and I would have taken it from there and given it to him, and then I wouldn't have almost missed my wallet. Who knows what could have happened in the time if the bus hadn't opened its door. I would have, like James Bond style, the music would have started, ding, 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 jump and taxi, ding, 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 and chase the driver. I've done this kind of stuff for in Israel and Israel. It's kind of like balagan, they call it, like crazy stuff going down. So I'm like flying after this class. But that didn't have to happen. Thank God the guy opened the door and I got my wallet back. But if I'd have given the guy, if I'd have been kind, God was telling me very clear, if I'd have been kind, I would have found my wallet. I wouldn't even have to have that momentary rush of adrenaline and runs on the bus, and then I had to go to the next bus stop and run back to my wife. I had to wait another 5 minutes for me. I was running back to meet her, and straight away I admitted, I said I should have given to the guy the bus pass, and that was the right thing to do. So what are we saying in this story? This is about being real. It's about internalizing. Say we had a spiritual experience in Sukkot, and Yom Kippur we cleansed our soul, and Rosh Hashanah we woke up in Uman or wherever we were with the shofar blowing, came more close to our source. So when such a special time is happening, we have to wake up in a real way and say, like on a daily life, the guy's asking me for my bus pass, I have enough money on my bus pass, not just for this ride, for another 10, 20, 30 rides maybe. Yeah, I put on maybe too much on my bus pass. So I really could have just given it to him. I even knew that, I just checked before, because I looked at my ticket and I actually had a decent amount of money. I could have even given it to him for free if I really wanted to be extra kind. And I wasn't. So what do we learn out? So we learn out from this, being that we've gone through such a spiritual special time, that there's an opportunity to really bring inspiration into everyday life. And that light of Emuna, and the light of Emuna towards the Rav Arush, he's going to be there in all these wonderful places in Toronto, in Miami, in Mexico City, in New York. Please God, healthy and well. We're going to go from place to place, and we're going to inspire people, and they're going to read his books, they're going to be inspired. And as Gedalia Fencer says, if we don't bring it down into everyday strategy, if we don't bring it down to how we are as a person, right now, in life, you and me, if we don't bring it into our life right now, then, it was amazing, Tishrei. It was amazing. And the Torah with Rav Arush is going to be amazing, please God. But if we don't bring it down to everyday life, real time, then it's almost not like a waste of time, and it was all special and it's inside us, but it definitely gives us room to improve. And that's what today's class is about, is bringing it down to real time. So I'm just going to share a little bit more inspiration so we can then work out together how to strategize to bring it down to real time. So that's going to be like the vibe of this class. So let's go. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah with Uman. We spoke about being with Rav Arush. Wonderful class, spoke about that. And then Yom Kippur, we cleansed ourselves, and we went unbelievable time just in Yerushalayim, just to pray and connect. And we spoke about that in the class before Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah, Sukkot. And then we come to Sukkot. Sukkot was such a time of revelation, of joy and simcha, unbelievable. Like if I would be able to communicate what I experienced in words, it wouldn't do justice to what I experienced. It was such a light of simcha. And we said Rosh Hashanah, there's a light. And then there's Yom Kippur, there's like salvations, and Rosh Hashanah Rabbah is connected to that. But then there's this time of Sukkot, it's such joy. An example would be the night that we had Rabbi Nachman's Yotzai with Rav Arush in the Chutz Shel Chesed Sukkah. It was like out this world. It was really high and inspiring, dancing with Rav Arush and seeing all the different Rabbonim and Nissim Black, my good friend, and I was on stage DJing. It felt really cool, I wasn't DJing like that. Now it's just a phone. But anyway, the playback and all that stuff. And then we had the band and the whole energy and the thousands of people going crazy all throughout Sukkot, all around us, like every night. My friend said he was like about 15, 20 minutes away up the road, and he could still hear Nissim Black racking at 2:30 in the morning, and it was just the energy and being with Rav Arush. For me, the most powerful moment of all of this, that night with Rabbi Nachman's Yotzai, with all his teachings and all the light we put out there, it was getting a blessing from Rav Shalom Arush, getting a blessing, having his hands on my head, and I'll put the picture here on the podcast and maybe around, hopefully it went around a little bit, a beautiful picture of how he was blessing me. And it was obviously much more than just a picture. It was the whole experience of his warmth, his love, his simcha, his kedusha, his holiness, his purity, and his going and his blessing. And not only that, he blessed all my children that were there. Last year he blessed my other son who wasn't there, but he blessed all my family, and I really felt the warmth and the blessing come through me and lift me up. I was actually in a bit of a small state of mind before I came there. I didn't know how I was going to work out this and that and with different things, personal stuff. And suddenly, once I got that blessing, and I went out into the stage and all the energy of everything, I was like, wow. Now I've entered a little bit into the world of lights, of Sukkot. And that was what was happening for me. Like on this Sukkot, there was an opportunity to enter into a bigger world of Emuna. And that's what Arush is like. That's our potential all the time during these special holy days. We have the power to internalize something really big. Now, how do we bring it down into strategy? So the idea is that every day we wake up in the morning and we have an opportunity to have a more gracious mindset, to be thankful to Hashem for a new day of life, to be thankful to Hashem if we have a soulmate like my wife, a special lady, and we have thankful to Hashem if we have family, we have a home, thankful to Hashem that we have righteous people who can bless us and guide us, to just already put into a feeling of gratitude that we're going to come to your town, to have gratitude that we made it there, to have gratitude to the sponsors, the donations. We're going to come and who made the Sukkot possible with this wonderful, huge Sukkot, beautiful Sukkah in Yerushalayim, and Hashem himself opening up this time of year to have a spiritual experience that can change us forever. Another example, Simchat Torah. I wasn't with Rav Arush, but I was with a very other holy rabbi in Jerusalem. Thank God there's lots of righteous people here in Jerusalem. And I was dancing with them, and I was able to see there's such a feeling of actus, of unity. I did come past the Sukkot here of Rav Arush on the Shabbat before Simchat Torah, and I saw everyone davening together, and my son came there and said, the Rav took my son, my oldest son, and danced with him and pulled him into the circle and was giving him blessings, brachas, and making him feel good. That was the son who didn't get the bracha on the Simchas Beis Hashreva, but he did get a bracha on when he came to the Rav Shalom Arush's Sukkah. The love, the kesher, the connection, this feeling of warmth. Now this is something which strategy-wise, not only can you bring to a gracious mindset, but also strategy-wise you can bring into your everyday this feeling of connection, of warmth, of love. You know, how many people are needing love? How many people are needing connection nowadays? It's a real thing. Like, you know, I know myself, like the love I felt from Sukkot, from different people, the hug, as they say, the hug from Hashem, this feeling of warmth, this feeling of love. This is what really deep down, this is something which we need to bring into our daily life and bring out from that deeper place. The deep down we all want that, but deep down we need to manifest it into our relationships with our family, with our wives, or our husbands, our soulmates, or our children, or our friends, or family, even in business. I was listening to so many podcasts nowadays, and they're all constantly bringing out, that guy, I don't remember his name right now, but Simon Sinek, this concept of HR, of human resources, of having connection with people, like Gary Vee also talks about. And I even put up some stuff in Gary Vee's Merit on TikTok, a new app. This idea to be able to share more content in a more real way through visual videos. And I'm not saying most of the stuff there, unfortunately, I wasn't so happy to look at. But once you get past all that and just get your content on there, the idea of this certain joy and simcha, putting it onto online spaces, giving people opportunities to connect. This is a big thing that all of us can be part of, and all of us can share in our daily life. And that's really strategizing how to be more warm in your day. Find the time to give some love to someone. We said always, firstly, to have appreciation, also to give some love to the people you care about, that hug, that warmth, that joy, to share it with another. Smile, the power of a smile. My Rebbe said in Yerushalayim, he said, the power of Hashem smiling on us right now, because we did so much good things over the whole month of Tishrei. And even if, say people are listening here and struggling, didn't feel they had a good Tishrei, and didn't have a good Sukkah, and they weren't at the Simchas Beis Hashem Rav Arush, and they weren't in Uman, and they weren't involved in all these powerful spiritual moments. So what's their job? Their job is now to bring out, no matter what, it's to bring out that deeper need that they want it. I mean, you wouldn't be listening. You want that connection. You want that munah. You want to have a more spiritual, fulfilled life. So that wanting alone is so powerful. As Gedalia has been talking about, based on the book, The New Light from Rav Arush, this power of wanting, of really, really wanting something. And that will affect your work life, that would affect your daily life. This wanting to have a positive experience, wanting to connect, wanting to work hard for your earnings, for your living, to want to have a more fulfilled life, a respectful life, and all these kind of ritzonos, these wills. This is a very powerful thing in tefillah and prayer you can develop in a spodidus to really want a better life, to really want. And this is something which right now, at the end of Tishrei, in the Holy Svarim, it says that it says Rosh Mekerim, the Sukkah, Sof Maaseh Machshava Techila. It's a very deep concept, but the whole Chodesh Shviv, this whole Tishrei, this whole 7th month that we're in now, is really a Yom of Shabbat. And coming up now is Shabbos Bereshis. Bereshis is the Rav of the Ravin. It's the will of wills. It's the time of Shabbat where Hashem's forming the whole world again. This is Shabbat Bereshis. This is Shabbos Bereshis. This is Bereshit. This is the Genesis. This is the beginning of the new year, the new Parsha. It's 53 Parsha. They're going to be, and this the Rosh the Gematria Gan Garden, the Gan Emuna. We should fill it up with Emuna. These 53 Parsha that we're going to read, and we're starting off with Bereshis. This is the will of Hashem to make creation, the will of our people to join in creation, to be partners. We make Kiddush, we partner with creation, and the will to bring real spirituality into our daily life, into this world, into your workspace. Like Simon Sinek says, you can't be successful nowadays long term if you're not really bringing your full passion and energy and love into what you're doing. You have to be alive in what you're doing. And if you're not, want it. At least want it and pray for it until your life, please God, goes to that next level where it will actually manifest, because God listens to our prayers. God is a Shomer Tefillah. And with this Shabbat and with the new week coming up, we have Parshas Noach the week after, and then we're already going to be on our Emuna, our future tour. Parshas Lech Lecha, Avram Avinu's light comes so quick into the new year and reminds us about being kind, not like I did on the bus, but to be kind, and God will take care of us if we're kind. Mogen Avram will be a shield for us, and that awareness of that we're a kind people and we're sharing, we're partnering with Emuna our future, we're partnering with Rav Shalom Arush, we're partnering with all these good causes that exist, we're partnering with just the person in front of you now to give warmth and joy. This is a powerful, powerful strategy to make this world more connected, more spiritual, and more uplifted, so that all the things that we got from this year, from Sukkot, and even before that, from Rosh Hashanah, from Yom Kippur, even before that, from Elul, a time of Ratzon and will as well. We're wanting it, we're bringing down the new year. All the way back, we're starting, all the way, we're reminding ourselves that we went through this tremendous time of transformation, prayer and change and joy, and we're bringing it into the new year with blessing, with simcha, with joy. And please God, I look forward to dance with all of us together. Mashiach Sekenu, everyone should apply these real teachings into our life, and I look forward to our next Emuna is our future in real time, and with you all together. Share on, please. Thank you for listening.